My name is Carson, and as you guys know me, I like to laugh, so I wanted a witty introduction for my demo speech. As you may or may not know, my brother was recently diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. With this, we have to follow a certain protocol when he gets hurt. A couple days ago, my mom was working late, and when she came home, we all gathered in the kitchen to talk about our days. My brother held up his forearm and said, "Look, Mom, I got hit with a baseball today in gym." She freaked out, grabbed his arm, started looking at it, touching it, and asking questions. This made my brother and I start to giggle. Then she wanted to know what was up. So I told her. It wasn't real, and I was just practicing for my demo speech on bruise making. This made her a little bit upset. So she punched me and said that wasn't funny, and now there's a real bruise. So today I will show you the materials you will need to make a bruise, talk about a little bit the differences between the bruises, and show you how to make a bruise. So the materials you will need to make a bruise are the proper bruise palette. I have, with my access to drama, I have 3 different ones. I have a bald cat palette, a severe trauma palette, and an actual bruise palette. These are a little bit pricey, but don't get discouraged. You don't need these to make a bruise. You can simply use eyeshadow. You will also need finishing powder, baby wipes to remove the bruise and your screw-ups, and brushes to apply. You can also use Q-tips or your fingers. I personally like my fingers. Now, there are different types of bruises. There are early bruises, which are darker colors, such as this purple and this blue. And there are midst of healing bruises, which are more of this green and this dark yellow. And then other colors you can use for your bruises are purple, yellow, and some type of skin tone. So I'm going to be applying my bruise to this arm. The first thing you're going to want to do, I'll first use the bald cat palette. First, I personally like to use the bald cat palette because it's easier colors to work with and it's easier to match up your skin tone and it looks better, in my opinion. So, first thing you're going to do is take a little bit of this blue on your finger and apply it to the skin. And then you're going to want to spread it out a little bit. Next color I'm going to take is a little bit of this reddish color and then apply it to the outside of the blue. Again, blending it together. You're going to blend in an outward motion because bruises spread outwards. You can overlap the blue, it makes it look a little more natural. You can always add more blue if your blue becomes too covered up. You're going to blend that, and it's a good idea to have a baby wipe on your side to wipe off your fingers. That way you don't add colors where you don't want them. And the next color I'm going to take is this skin tone. It's closer to his skin tone, so we're going to apply this to the outside. As you can see, it's a little bit darker, which is okay because bruises are darker. And then you're just going to apply to the outside, blending inwards and covering up the inside. You want to get that all around. So once you have that, just take your finger and blend it over all of it. And now you can see the blue has kind of faded, so you can just dab your finger in that and dab the blue again and just rub. This will make the blue pop a little bit more. Next, you're going to take this lighter color. It's kind of like a cream. Then you're just going to want to blend that in. That way it blends his natural skin tone to the bruise. Again, you want to go all around the bruise so it looks not even, because bruises aren't even, but you want to do this so it doesn't look messed up. And then you're going to want to blend it all together. And then we're going to make this one look a little more fresh, so we're going to just dab the blue again, rubbing that together. Then you want to spread that all out. And then there's a bruise. Now, after that, you're going to want to use finishing powder to cover it up. This prevents it from rubbing off and getting on your clothes or on anything else, and moisture from getting on it. So you're just going to want to spread that on there. You don't want a whole lot, so you tap off your brush in the container and just apply that all over. And then there's your bruise. Now, another bruise you can do is one with eyeshadow. This is an easier one to do at home if you don't have access to drama materials. So, on his other arm, I will show you how to do one with eyeshadow. First color you're going to want to take is a dark blue, and I like to mix mine with a little bit of purple, give it a different color, and then I'm just going to spread out the center. The darker color always establishes the center of your bruise. Again, wiping off your finger between each color, that way it doesn't ruin your eyeshadow or your outcome of your bruise. Next color I like to take is this gross looking green, and then just to the outside of the darker color. Once you have that, just take your fingers and blend them together. With eyeshadow, it's a little harder to blend together, but you can just work at it and it'll eventually get there. Then I'm going to take some yellow and just dab all around and blend that in. And then we're going to get some more blue for the center. Oh, that's too much. Now we're going to get, where did the color go? This orangish looking color, and put it towards the center. Not exactly the center, a little off center. It does not have to be even on all sides. It gives your bruise a little bit more depth. Then you're going to take some tan or a color closer to the skin and just blend out. There, now you have that. And now we want a little more green in this one to make it look a little bit different. So you're going to add a little bit more. And still rubbing it all together. You're going to want to stay away from your lighter colors because bruises are not light colors, so you want darker colors. Just add a little bit more purple. And as you can see, it's a little tanner on this side, so you can just wipe off the excess stuff you don't want. And This eyeshadow is a little bit sparkly, so we're going to take our finishing powder again, just a little on the brush, tapping off all the excess. I'm just going to swirl it around. With this, it'll help take away the sparkles so it doesn't look so much like eyeshadow. And there is a bruise made with eyeshadow. Now, if we take the other one and put them together, they are two very different looks. This one looks like it's healing because it has a little bit more green, and this one looks fresher because it's darker. So today, I have taught you how to make bruises, both with a palette you can buy from a theater store, or just simply eyeshadow. This is a tool that will never go to waste, and don't worry if your bruise does not turn out the way you like on the first try. Trust me, it comes with practice. I'm still mastering the art of bruise making. With this technique, you can use it for drama, obviously, Halloween, or to simply scare your parents. Have fun with it. 4 more sample bruises on a leg, an arm, a cheek, and an eye. Have fun making your bruises.